honest question. Why do NBA players play so hard in random open gyms in the summer but give no effort in the All-Star game with millions watching? My response is because All-Stars take the game for granted. It's not one All-Star on a basketball court. It's just good, naturally good bump. Trae Young response was,
he said, relax, let us speak for ourselves. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he's in a position to speak. I don't think he's won enough to even speak to me like that or tweet me like that. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9.
9 is more than 3.
He's been in the NBA 7 years. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all.
Interesting.
In the Western Conference.
Interesting.
Right? His rebuttal is probably going to be, yeah, you want the main player on the team. You're absolutely right. But this is why it's a team. I've talked to people who played in Atlanta. They don't want to play there.
Why?
They don't think he's a good leader. They don't think he's a good teammate. This is not coming from me, motherfucker. This is coming from Joe Blow over here. Trae, you can score all the points you want. You can make all the money you want. You can have all the leading assists you want. You can do all that. If you don't win, that shit won't matter. If you don't win, when you're retired, they're going to forget your name. Fast, too. So I don't even think he has the wiggle room to talk about, fuck, are you not playing hard for an All-Star game? You're not like you're playing in the playoffs. The fuck?
So what do you think his point is?
I don't know.
He's just trying to put himself above you?
I think so. Like, let us speak. Like, what do you mean? Okay, well, let the motherfuckers who played in the playoffs more than 9 years speak too then. Before you speak. Motherfucker you played with told me, Pat, man, that shit ain't the Atlanta Hawks. That shit called the Trae Hawks.
Interesting.
And then the first word he used is relax. And I'm like, motherfucker, relax. You should be uncomfortable. You should be more uncomfortable. All right, that's the problem. You too motherfucking relaxed. 7 years, you made the playoffs 3 motherfucking times. You're too relaxed. Motherfucker, get uncomfortable. Really get uncomfortable and lead your motherfucking team to some more wins in the playoff push. The game is better. The game needs that from you. Trust me. It's kids up here that look up to you. You talking about me fucking relax. You get uncomfortable. I challenge you to do that. Don't put yourself up here, right, because you score a lot of points and a lot of assists, but you lose.
Well, it seems like he's just trying to take it as a chance to take a shot that you haven't been in an All-Star game.
Obviously. But I've been on teams who won 50 games. I don't know what missing the playoff feels like. I have to tell my family every year, yeah, daddy be home in June. I don't know what April and early May in Atlanta feels like. I don't. Knee deep in the trenches.
I mean, I think the obvious answer to the actual question is that people are trying to get better in the summertime, and nobody's trying to get better during the All-Star game. They're trying to, like, you know, just get some a fancy layup.
Okay, well, if that's the case, go get MVP every year in the All-Star game. Then I won't say shit to you. You relax. Motherfucker, you know what? Don't relax. You get uncomfortable. Fuck that. You're too relaxed. You're too motherfucking cool. Stop being so cool.
You said it. You went to the playoffs 9 times. I've only been to the playoffs 3. You're right. You have 6 more playoff appearances than me. Let's bring up some more facts. You've been to 1 conference finals. I've been to 1 conference finals. What year was that for you? Just another fact, year 9. The year I made it was year 3. Just a fact. You want to know another one? You averaged 7 points and 2 is. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like I'm really not even here to talk about my numbers, but here they are. Let's get into some more facts actually. You talk about a winner. What have you won? Tell me, what have you won? And don't respond with that, like, sympathy, I won in life, I won in basketball, because you did, man. You made it to the NBA. There's very many people that can say that. But at the same time, bro, it's levels to this shit. It's just different timetables, I get it. You're a little bit later into your career. I was 19, about to be 20, going into my rookie season. Do you want to know your age going into your rookie season? You were 24 your first year in the NBA. So you're talking about uncomfortable. Man, you don't know what uncomfortable is. You talk about winning and impact winning and all these things. You've been on some teams with some big-time players. How about I go through a list of these guys? LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Ant-Man, Cat. And we're not even going to talk about how we celebrate play-in wins. I win play-in games on the road, and I'm ready to get to the playoffs. You win play-in games at home, and you standing on the scores table acting like it's a championship. We celebrate wins different, too. But let me get back to these guys. You've had some great teammates over these years that you've only been able to make the conference finals with because your impact was that strong. One time, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, and Dwight Howard. I can go on and on. Them is just the Hall of Famers.
Apparently a beef that I didn't see coming between Trae Young and Patrick Beverly. I'm not really a fan of current players having a podcast. I think Patrick Beverly is like retired. So I'm cool with the old heads doing their thing. I like Byron Scott's podcast, to keep it funky with you. I like shit like that, informative, and I like Darius Miles and Q Rich, the Knucklehead Pie. It's a few of them. Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. I see Matt Barnes ain't trying to shoot the fade with Craig Facts. Niggas just be talking. But nonetheless, so they got into it. So basically what happened, and you'll see it in the video beforehand, Patrick Beverly and Trae Young got into it. Now, what actually happened, Patrick Beverly talked about, somebody asked, why do, NBA players play hard in the pickup runs in the offseason and they don't play hard in the All-Star game? He basically made a comment. I forget exactly what he said, Patrick Beverly. And then Trae Young, basically took offense to what he was saying. And, easily offended. These guys are easily offended. Like, it's a fact that the All-Star game is trash. So, I feel like Trae Young, you shouldn't even, no NBA players to say nothing. Now they got to come up with 3-on-3 tournaments to spice it up. Y'all killed the dunk contest because LeBron didn't want to compete. So after that, nobody else really wanted to compete. Like it or not, the dunk contest was really about star power. Y'all killed the NBA All-Star game. Y'all killed the NBA. Y'all don't want to play. Y'all don't play with spirit. Y'all don't play with heart. Y'all don't play with, no type of aggression. Y'all low managing in playoff games. Let's keep it real. So he can, in my opinion, the NBA players shouldn't say nothing. All-Stars shouldn't say nothing. The product is trash. How can you defend your actions and you're wrong? Let's keep it real. How can you defend your actions and you're wrong? All-Star game is trash. But also, it's just a reflection of the NFL, of the NBA right now. It's a reflection of the NBA. How spiritless and how mundane the All-Star game has become. The All-Star weekend in general. That's the average NBA game. They've literally took the masculinity or took the testosterone out the NBA and infused it with estrogen. Now, some people say because they want the league to be softer to make, the Eastern Europeans or the international players comfortable. Like, it's a whole, they should just start putting the games on Lifetime, the Oprah Network. Real talk. That's what it should be. That motherfucker should be on the Oprah Network or the Lifetime Network or the Women's Channel. Because that's what it become. You can't, show emotions. No, you can't go, you can't dunk on nobody no more. They're going to ban dunking in a minute. It's so whack. You can't touch nobody no more. There's no physical. Of course, the game's in 120, 130. Hey, you can't play no defense. So it's really a reflection of, the NBA as a whole right now. In my opinion, that's how I feel. It's really a reflection. It's soft. And it's hard to watch. It's so bad, they took rivalries out of it. So, of course, you go to the All-Star game, no rivalry between the East and West. Ain't none of the NBA teams beefing no more because they fine. They get suspended for beefing. They can't push. They can't shove. They can't talk shit. Adam Silver and David Stern, I don't understand. Like, two moist-looking motherfuckers, excuse my language, is supposed to be running the sport. This is the problem. They shouldn't have moist men whose testosterone level ain't never been normal running the NBA. But Trae Young responds, "Oh, you wasn't the man. You ain't this. You ain't that." Like, shut up. You're in the wrong. Y'all in the wrong. You shouldn't have no response. Y'all should get together and say, you know what, man? Get with Adam Silver. Say, you know what? Hey, man, let's ball. Let's bring back aggression. Let's take some of this. Let's take some of these touch fouls away. Let's bring back competitive basketball. Let's bring back rivalry. So you got rivalry, then you're going to bring back an East and West rivalry. You ain't got to draft nobody. It's just, hey, you throw your uniform, your Eastern All-Star uniform on. I throw my Western uniform on. And we going to get it. We going to give these fans a show. You're wrong. You got to be like, well, you ain't do this. And that's the problem with today's youth. That's why you can't tell them nothing or mentor them for nothing. That's a fact. Because you be like, well, you did this, and I'm pretty sure you. It's always a deflection from when you tell somebody something. Well, my mom did this or my dad. It's always a deflection. There's always a deflection. There's never like, okay, you ever get it that somebody older telling you not to do something because it's a mistake that they made? Because it fucked up their life, or their life would have been easier had you did this and had you did that. People don't understand. The kids don't understand that. They don't understand it. They don't. They basically saying, I want to make the same mistake you made. That's what they saying. I want to make the same mistakes you made. I want to fuck my life up too. I remember a girl had got pregnant and they want to get her they got her an abortion, right? And she was like, well, mom, you was a mom at 15, 16. Why can't I be like, yo, I'll be looking at these. I'll be like, y'all, like real talk. Somebody needs to do a documentary on repetitive cycle of the ignorance that go on in America in these households. Real talk. They need to do a documentary. But that's basically what he pretty much. No, you ain't do this and you ain't do that. But you were trash. You played with this guy. Like, dude, all you doing by responding, and you in the wrong, in my opinion. You in the wrong because he right. All-Star game trash. You could have just shut the fuck up and not responded, right? You know, and if it's, what struck a nerve because he said people don't like playing with him. And I can see why. John Collins didn't like playing. People forget him and John Collins had that beef. And next thing you know, John Collins out of Atlanta. You know, he don't play a winning brand of basketball. He don't. He don't play defense. He's small. I like Trae Young. He scored a ball, but to be honest with you, him and Donovan Mitchell suffer from the same thing. I think Trae Young, I think he plays for stats. He don't play winning basketball. If you had to tell me, I want to start my point guard off with Chauncey Billups or Trae Young, I'm taking Chauncey Billups every time. Because Trae Young, these guys that y'all, that's why we had a debate about Steph Curry all the time being a point guard. He's not a point guard. They just list him as a point guard. Steph Curry's a two guard. Trae Young is they look at him and Russ getting assists and all. They're two guards, in my opinion. I think James Harden more of a one than both of them. They're not running the offense or getting you shots when you need to get shots or controlling it. No, they just playing for stats. And when Trae Young figure out how to win basketball games, I think he's going to be okay. When he learned that again, 25 and 10 or 30 and 12 and all, that don't matter how to win games. He's going to be a lot better. I promise you. When he find out how to really play games and how to get points when they matter and how to make people better. But for the most part, I can see why people don't like playing with him. He's like a little bitch, to be honest. He kind of rubbed me that way. Like, he a little bitch ass nigga. Like, you could just tell, like, the sensitivity and all that. Like, bro, you wrong. Pat Bev ain't said one fucking lie. It was regarding about the All-Star game. Y'all should fix it. So that's just my thing. I don't feel like he should have responded. You shouldn't have responded either or. I don't feel like you should have responded. Or I made this and I did this and it ain't about that. It was about the All-Star game. I know Pat brought up all that stuff, but it's about the All-Star game. Y'all should get together and fix it as an NFL player, NBA union. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.